check in with Mark Meredith and look at how the White House is responding and taking this all in. Mark.
Kaylee, good morning to you. The White House says it is closely monitoring the developments in Baltimore. We know that White House officials have been in touch with the governor of Maryland, Wes Moore. And as Griff was mentioning, it's possible we could hear from the governor a little bit later on this morning. We've also heard from Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who heads up the Department of Transportation. He, too, saying that he's been in contact with the governor and that they are monitoring these developments out of Baltimore. Also, the headline from the White House this hour that there's no indication to believe that there was anything nefarious going on with this accident, but of course the investigation by the NTSB just getting underway. We have yet to hear from President Biden himself. He's going to be heading up to Raleigh, North Carolina today, along with the vice president for some campaign events. It's possible he could say something as he heads out of town, but the White House saying it is closely monitoring what is happening on the ground. We've also heard from a number of Maryland officials and those still hoping to become Maryland officials, including the former governor of the state, Larry Hogan, the Republican candidate for Senate. He put out a statement just a few minutes ago saying he was heartbroken over this. We've also heard from Maryland Senator Ben Cardin saying it was a horrific accident, urging people to think about their commute around the area because, of course, as Brian was just mentioning, so many people rely on that bridge to get to and from the Baltimore area. So we'll be looking to see what kind of federal resources, in addition to the FBI that we know have already been out there, that will be offered. But Kaylee, to your point, yes, there is going to be an infrastructure question going forward. What could be done to prevent accidents like this from happening in the future, and whether or not we are going to see a huge economic impact to the Baltimore, Washington region because of this is yet to be seen, but something that officials here will be looking at. Guys, back to you.
And Mark, you just called it an accident. That would, if we presume that to be true, we have no information that it wouldn't be anything, but that means the NTSB would take over eventually, right?
That's correct. And the White House is saying that they have no reason to believe there was any nefarious intent. So the operating assumption that they're going on is that it was an accident or something that was not necessarily meant to happen. But whether or not that is still the case, as we've heard from these numerous press conferences this morning, simply too soon to tell. But you would also imagine that the federal resources out there, we know the FBI has been there. I think that came up in the 6:15 presser. Right. And they asked, well, why would the FBI be involved? And they simply said, well, when any of you have something like this, that would be one of the main federal resources that would be out there. They have a field office there in Baltimore, so they had resources ready to go. And so we'll let you know again if the president has anything directly to say about this, whether it be online or as he heads out of town this afternoon.
Another test for Pete Buttigieg between the supply chain, the pilot problem.
Is he going to arrive on the scene? Do we know that, Mark? I mean, Baltimore is only about an hour away. With it being in arm's reach, is there any plan for the secretary to go to the scene?
That's a great question, Lawrence, and I would have to bet that at some point, whether it's today or tomorrow, we would see the secretary go there. I don't know for a fact that he is in Washington this week or not. The secretary could be out of town, but we will certainly make that inquiry. Obviously, with him putting out one of the first statements on this tragedy, the spotlight they knew was going to be on him. And you're right, it's not far for officials here from Washington to make their way. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit longer now with the traffic backup, but I would imagine you'll definitely see some sort of federal administration response, whether it be from the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, from DOT, maybe somebody with NTSB. We'll wait to see. Guys, back to you.
You know what? And as we look at the approach, you can see the pylons going up that ramp, which would suggest they were doing that concrete work.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.